Hello, my name is Sean French, and this is my final portfolio for RC 2001. So let's get started. So this is my first page. This is the introduction. It has a brief autobiography that talks about myself and my major. And then I also add a little purpose section that discusses why I'm writing this, what inspired me to use this as my focus. And towards the bottom, we just say we're discuss the three major assignments that were completed over the summer semester. So the annotated bibliography, the magazine article, and lastly, the literature review. So as far as the design for the images that I use for this page, I included myself to give some context to allow the audience to infer a little bit about myself. And I put a little microphone just for aesthetics, and then also at the bottom I added the subway because that is from Simon Order's work, so I used that to reflect some of the work that was included and also the main focus of my public genre. So on to the next page, which would be the annotated bibliography. I included a link here that will bring you right there. And then I discussed the revision process. So I have a little short couple sentences just discussing what the two major things that I needed to change personally. And then I have a compare and contrast of one of the main focuses, which was the title page, which just required some reformatting and also some places where I adjusted my academic tone I reference. And especially you see that at the bottom where it says that I discuss in my summary that I talk about Dr. Simon Order's work and why I needed to adjust one of my summaries because it was a summary rather than a true analysis. And I just relocated and adjusted some hyperlinks and also found a few typos, unfortunately, and also just put in some hanging indents to really fix the formatting issues I had in APA. So the next page is the public genre. I have my magazine article on the left and the genre reflection on the right, and then I have the title, Making Music on the Move. So this one I had a little more fun with because it was the public genre, is a little more relaxed in terms of formatting because it was a little more free form. And in the beginning I just have a little bit of an introduction that discusses these, and then I also linked both what I submitted and then my now revised final draft where it has the columns so you can see and you can scroll through and take a look at them. Also some other things that changed like captions and stuff. And just basically a lot of resizing stuff was required for this one. I thought I actually did well with the source material, and I made sure to discuss the source material here and reference that. Okay, so the next page, this is the literature review. So this is the final assignment. Of course, I have my link here, and I also added the title here, and I especially made sure to include that because I discussed that later on this page as one of the most important aspects. And so for my literature review, I was able to hone in on what my topic was. The intention for this assignment was to gather all my scholarly sources. And after that introduction, I have the revision process. So I discuss how, since this was so recent, I didn't have to change a lot in terms of rewording. I fixed a few little words that I didn't quite like that I used at the time. But since this was pretty recent, it didn't need a lot of formatting adjustments. I fixed some hanging indents, and you can see that before and after. And I also changed the title. And in changing the title, I know it was only one word. I used mobile, and I switched it to variable. And I think that's actually very important, and took me a little while to find the right word for that, but it was because that the using mobile does not truly scope in the article because it doesn't discuss properly what needed to be talked about, or what was talked about rather, in my actual final draft, how it's inside and outside of a recording studio. But after that, then we had the screencast, which I will link here, and then my closing, which basically is just a picture of me and my friends from the saxophone studio, and just to give more insight onto me, and then just thanking the audience for reading.